My life is like a video game, trying hard to beat the stage, all while I am still collecting coins. Trying hard to save the girl, obstacles, I'm jumping hurdles. I'm growing up to be a big boy. A battle with the evil ways, I travel far and try and say, sorry, but your princess isn't here. Take a rest, I push the pause, level up and move along in hopes that the next stage I will clear.
My name is Braden Carter. I am the Business and Marketing Sterling Scholar and I attend Lehigh High School. The first time that I specifically loved business and marketing is actually as a sophomore. I was studying Spanish and Chinese, and my dad knew that I had this love for languages. And he'd sent me this article by Bill Gates, and the article was talking about that if Bill Gates could go back and re-educate himself, he would learn 5 different languages. And so because of that kind of triggered in my mind that I was going to be a successful entrepreneur one day, that I was going to be the next Bill Gates. I just had to learn 5 languages. And then from there, I actually had the opportunity to go to Guatemala and teach business, so I could practice my Spanish and then teach business and teach them lessons about marketing and business. And the coolest part is I actually did it to the women society. And so I was able to go in, there was all these women that were super awesome at making clothes, but they didn't want to do anything because they didn't want to get beat up by their husbands. And so I was able to go in and actually talk about them and talk about how valuable their products could be and how valuable their talents could be towards their village and towards their families. And it was just super awesome just to see their faces light up, and it was just awesome to be part of that opportunity. And the things that I do, I have actually started a business. I've actually been able to work with college-level sports marketing programs. I've been able to go do big conferences with CFOs and CMOs of big corporations and businesses. I do DECA and FBLA, which are both business, kind of in that business category. I've also part of student council, and I've been a 2-year SBO, so I was the the student council marketing VP, and now I'm the student council clubs VP. I'm also part of our sports marketing program. Something unique here at Lehigh High School is we're actually the only sports marketing program that creates all the promotions, creates all the advertisements, and creates all the in-game promotions for all of our events. And I've been able to be part of that program and actually build the program with the advisor here at Lehigh High School, and really just make this awesome program to market for our school. And I'm actually starting a clothing brand now and competing in many entrepreneurship contests. It's a clothing brand, it's the name of Fleek On. And the whole brand represents becoming the best individual that you can possibly be. That we believe that in society there's so many people focusing on fixing everybody and fixing the masses, but really the problem and the solution is just within the individual. And so we're trying to create a brand that just almost creates this passion for self-individualism and just really just creates this love to be yourself and to know that you can go far. My career goals is I want to be the most successful person that I can be. I want to be an entrepreneur, and I actually really am focusing on starting up that Fleek On business that I had talked about. I actually want to be a public speaker as well. So I want to take that clothing brand, turn it into something awesome, create this great image and passion for my customers and my consumers, and then go speak about it, talk to people about how important it is to be individual and how special they really are and the great things that they can do, and that's what I want to do. And not for the money and not for the fame or the fortune, but because of the cause it represents.
And this was my very first year of college. I was up at Utah State, and I worked at this place called Quick Chick, where basically I ruined people's lives by taking away all their money. I was working with this new girl. She just barely showed up. Her name was Angela. After a couple of weeks, she was like, you know what? I want to set you up with my fiance's roommate. I thought Angela was a little bit interesting, but I was like, okay, well, I can be nice. She's like, I'm going to arrange it all. You guys can come out on a double date with my fiance and it'll be great. One day she says, oh, we're coming to pick you up tonight. I was like, tonight? Okay. I said, well, what are we doing? What's going on? She's like, just dress warm. I was like, okay. So I go and get in this hatchback car where her fiance, so Angela was driving and her fiance, he didn't even want to get out of the car to let me in through that hatchback. So he just kind of scooted forward and I kind of shimmied my way up through into the car and basically landed on top of this guy, Josh. And I was like, okay, hey, hi, nice to meet you, I'm Mindy. We leave and they start driving up Logan Canyon. I was like, okay, why are we going up there? So I don't have a cell phone with me. We go up into the canyon and they're like, okay, we're gonna make a fire. So you guys set up these chairs, and so Josh and I set up these chairs, and he still has not said a word to me. Angela and her fiance are like, we're gonna go get wood. Well, they left for almost an hour and a half. And we were just sitting there in the cold in these 2 camping chairs, freezing cold. He's not talking until finally the very first thing that he said to me was, "I've been thinking for a long time, and I've received inspiration that we're meant to be together." And I said, What? And he said, "Well, you have the same gloves as me. They're both Columbia." And I was like, "No, these are my roommate's gloves, dude. Not my gloves, not my gloves." And he's like, "No, it's a sign. It's a sign." I was like, this is gonna be the longest night of my life. So finally they come back and they're like, oh, we forgot to find wood. So finally it's like, hey, let's go home. And then it took about 45 more minutes of me saying, let's go home, to finally get in the car to go home. But instead they drive us to Eric and Josh's house. And they take us to their house and they said, Josh said, "I wanna watch my favorite movie." And what was his favorite movie? The 1980s Sarah Jessica Parker classic, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, where he reenacted every moment of the whole movie with me sitting there trying to like stay closed off because he kept trying to put his arm around me when he wasn't reenacting moments from it. And I would say, I gotta go to the bathroom or whatever. And I kept trying to figure out how to escape. I tried to like sneak into the kitchen and grab his phone off the wall, but he was like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that?" Eventually, I pulled Angela aside and said, "I have early morning classes. I really have to get home right now. I'm not feeling well. I gotta get home." So finally, eventually, they take me home. Well, the next morning at 5 a.m., my apartment phone rings, and it is this Josh dude saying, "I just can't get over it. We're supposed to be together. It's a sign. It's a sign." And I was like, no, it's not. And he proceeded to call me every couple of hours for 3 days straight until my roommate told him that I moved to Malaysia. I found out from Angela 2 weeks later that he was actually engaged to this other girl. Angela herself ended up disappearing the week after that, and nobody knew where she went. So I started doing all this research and find out she joined some weird cult in California. So yeah, a good date story.
What you looking at there, idiot?
Nothing. Stop. Get off.
How about you pay for my lunch?
No, I'm not.
What did you just say to me?
I
kid?
said no.
You're paying for my lunch today, whether you like it or not.
No, I'm not.
Looks like the only thing you're gonna get for lunch is a knuckle sandwich.
Okay, stop. I will. Not so fast. Get out of here, kid.
What are you doing in my Halloween, nerd? Who are you?
Well, I'm your worst nightmare. This bully never wins.
I wanna be your end game. I wanna be your first string. I wanna be your A-team. I wanna be your end game, end game. Big reputation, big reputation. Oh, you and me, we got